Welcome to
Fully Cooked, because we cook like a bunch of fools too.
Fully
Cooked!
Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to make zero carb tuna patties. If you leave out the onions. You can have zero carb tuna patties. Definitely gluten free. You just need a few ingredients. It takes less than 30 minutes. It's very easy and they are delicious. Some people may call these croquettes. Tuna croquettes, I'm not sure. When I was a kid, this was a frequently made recipe that my mom used to make when we didn't have very much else to eat in the house. You always have a can of tuna. So I'll show you how to make it. And here are the ingredients. Oh, that's a special one right there. Okay, we have 2 cups of tuna. I'm not sure how to measure it because it was actually in a great big can. So I'm using 2 cups. 1 very small onion. You want to make sure that they are finely chopped. 2 eggs. Seasonings are salt and pepper to taste, and 1 tablespoon of mustard. Here's what's going to keep it all together. This is a secret ingredient. This is ground psyllium husks, and I'm using almost 4 tablespoons. It's a little over 3.5 tablespoons. I just kind of grabbed that number and it seemed to work the last 2 times that I made it. So those are all the ingredients that we're going to use. And we need some oil to fry in. The best frying oil is organic unflavored coconut oil, but I don't have any right now. A substitute for the psyllium husks, if you're just going for gluten-free, would be 1/4 cup of oats. Make sure they're certified gluten-free oats if you're needing to be gluten-free. A perfect amount of oil is somewhere in between getting the bottom wet and having maybe just like a little fingernail of grease. Don't try it though, don't try it. You can see it's just enough to coat the bottom, maybe 8 tablespoons. So while this is heating up, we're going to start making our patties. Just basically going to take all of our ingredients and dump it right in. We got the 2 cups of tuna. No kitty, you can't have any of that. Onions, finely chopped. 2 eggs. Always crack your eggs into a separate bowl because they could be bad, or you could get shell into it, or you could have a chicken in there. Our seasonings, mustard and salt and pepper. Now usually I would just squirt that in the bowl, you know, in the mixing bowl. I wouldn't put it in a cup like this. And sprinkle your, let me get a fork. You want a fork so you make sure it's nicely blended. You don't want any chunks of tuna, but you don't want to make it where it's unrecognizable as tuna, if you know what I mean. You don't want a great big old chunk in there. So just keep stirring up until it's incorporated. So again, if you wanted to make it 0 carb, leave out the onions. You could put onion powder or garlic powder in there. I'm not giving up onions. I just count them as my carbs. Get your plate out. We're going to start making patties. You're going to grab up about a palm full, so whatever size palm you got. And what you could do, see how I'm using my thumb and finger there? You could definitely do that and make really pretty rounds. Flatten it on top and on the bottom there, and you've got like a little croquette. I think that's what they're called. But this is basically just for my family. So I want to make the middle the same as the outside, so I'm just going to go around. This is why you need your onions cut pretty small, so they'll stick together like that. Just go ahead and get all of your patties made. See, this one's gonna be an onion burger. The last one's always an onion burger. Now, in a perfect world, when we have lots and lots of time, we could put this in the fridge for like an hour and it'll set up really nicely and stay into a clump. But this is not a perfect world. My husband's gonna be home soon and I gotta feed him. I'm gonna drop him right in the hot oil and start frying. Okay, you'll know it's ready when it starts to smoke a little bit. You don't want it to smoke too much. I do have it on medium heat, so it's gonna take a while to heat up. Now when I put this in, especially since I'm using a cast iron skillet, I'm gonna put it in and leave it alone. I'm not gonna stir it around, not gonna move it, because if you move it, it's gonna stick. And I also don't want to put them so close together that they're touching. You want to leave them a little space. If you don't, otherwise they're going to boil rather than fry. Now this way they're going to have a nice brown crispy coating on the outside and it's going to be delicious. But if you put them too close, they would just get soggy and greasy and they would just boil in the grease instead of frying. So there's a tip for you. Last night I had one of them. I wanted to try it a second time with the psyllium husk just to make sure that it's a good recipe. It was the first time last night that I had actually made it pretty much really low carb. Usually I use oats with it. This time I didn't. So, kitty! So while you're waiting for your tuna patties to cook, wash your dishes. That's not too bad. When they get to the point that you want them, you will see the very bottom start to get pretty brown. About 3 minutes has passed and we're not quite there yet. Getting there. The middle one's always going to be a little more crispy. I want to say it's been about 6 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and flip them over. Oh yeah. I love that. Uh-oh. Don't grab another one. And also, don't film and cook. You do want to keep this on medium heat though. You don't want to turn it up really high because the inside has raw egg in it and you want that to cook as well. So medium heat, it should cook the inside as well. Yum, yum, yummy. Smells delicious. I love that one. That one's going to be mine right there. That crunchy one. Alright, it's time to take these out and they look delicious. I'm going to cook these next and cook it just like I did the first ones. I'm going to go AF skillet. Away from skillet. And watch TV. Get you a clean plate. You don't want to mix because there's raw eggs in here. It could give you salmonella. You don't want to give it to your kids, your husband, most likely. In a perfect world, I would have some organic paper towels to set this on to get the grease out, but I don't, so I'm just going to put it on here. Always use what you got, and if you don't got it, don't use it. You don't have to go out and buy special things for stuff, you know? Ooh, that one's mine. I like cooking them a little extra long. But my husband doesn't like them when they're cooked really long, so most of these are for him anyway. Second batch, same as the first. I got an onion patty. So delicious. If you put the little one in the middle, you're going to have to watch it and take it out before the other ones. Or leave it in there and burn it. Extra goodness.
But how? This is taste.
I took a bite out of this one. It's very good. Nice and crunchy. Really good texture. Nom nom nom. I'm gonna cook these next. So however size palm you got. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Check out our other videos for this channel and our other 2 channels, I Need More Lives and Fully Living. where we make videos every single day. Leave a comment down below, let us know what you think. Have a great day.